Hello, my name's Mike Gasson, and it's my privilege as the Principal and CEO here at HSDC to bid you a very warm welcome to our virtual open evening. HSDC is one college made up of 3 campuses with a rich academic tradition coupled with a reputation for high-level vocational and professional qualifications that collectively allows students to have some of the widest choices of courses available at a range of levels. Meeting each student's needs is key to us. Indeed, we would argue that we exist to help them realise their ambitions, raising aspirations, enabling achievement, and of course, fulfilling dreams. Every individual matters to us. Having had 3 children myself go through the various choices in their educational journey, I'm well aware of the challenges and debates in trying to identify the right place and right course to satisfy individual requirements and indeed fulfill ambitions. I believe that it's the holistic package here at HSDC that we offer, not only in academic and professional outcomes, but also in ensuring the health and well-being, the advice and guidance, support and yes, challenge, work experience and indeed enrichment that supports your child to succeed in making their next steps after college. For example, our enrichment program provides opportunities to try new things, grow existing skills and interests and meet new people. All great preparation for life after college. As I said earlier, we have 3 campuses, Alton, South Downs and Havant. And we have invested in each of our estate at every campus. We're very proud that our campus offers students a university feel on a smaller scale. This is so important as the stepping stones from school to whatever their future brings, be it university, an apprenticeship or employment. Some of our investment is very visible. You can clearly see new and innovative teaching spaces, bright and vibrant social areas, including the Starbucks franchise that students ask for. Some investment is less obvious. Investment in our IT infrastructure, for example, really essential for ensuring that our students have the technology to support their learning. We've always felt that digital learning has many advantages, including its ability to create a fluid teaching environment where the resources, I suppose, most needed and valuable are accessible at all times, even outside of college hours. Online platforms empower teachers as well as students to share their ideas and questions and gives them the ability to learn from each other. We've clearly adopted and promoted Google Classroom. It's been our central digital platform across the majority of subjects for many years. Students can learn at their own pace and ask questions via the comments section, including questions that they may feel individually uncomfortable asking in class in front of their peers. Students can also submit their work online through a Google Classroom and receive feedback in the same way. This very much has increased, therefore, the sustainability with paperless technology, something that is very keen to all students and staff. For parents and carers watching, the importance of the relationship between you, your son or daughter, and us as the college of your choice is paramount. Even though we accept that our students are over 16, we believe that as parents you still want to know how they're doing, the challenges that they are facing, are they attending, are they on track to actually achieve. Communication is key, ensuring all parties feel informed and supported, and we do that using a parent portal. This year, because of the pandemic, we introduced virtual parents' evenings, for example, saving very much your time and getting you to meet the teachers and managers you need to in an effective way. There's no doubt that these last 12 months have been a challenging time for all of us, and indeed it continues to be so. However, I'm very proud of how our college community has worked together to ensure that teaching and learning and student support has continued on all levels. This has been throughout the pandemic. We all hope that from September, teaching and learning will be back physically on campus. We certainly believe it will be. However, we are equipped to deal with a range of scenarios by utilising Google Classroom, other innovations, and indeed agile staff. Remember this, students, as well. This pandemic does not define you. You're not a lost generation. You have so much to give and discover, and our job here at HSDC is to allow you to flourish. I certainly hope that we can invite you to visit our campuses physically in the near future. However, for now, I hope you enjoy this virtual event. Thank you for listening, and I hope the evening works for you. Thank you again.
Hi everybody, welcome to our event today. My name's Richard, I'm the Deputy Principal of the College. I'm also the Head of Campus at the South Downs campus. I'm just going to talk to you for a few minutes today and really tell you what the campus is like from a student point of view in terms of getting to the campus, what the timetable is like, and really what you can expect to go on and do after you finish studying with us as well. I hope it's useful. So headlines, I would say, I'm really proud that we're the local centre of excellence for vocational and technical education and training. A lot of you might be considering studying at our Havant campus as a possibility, that's if you want to study A-levels, but the South Downs campus is where you can study A-level equivalent courses, also higher education courses that will take you through to a higher level of study, which I'll talk about later, or to go through to apprenticeships and the world of work. All our courses lead on to university as well, but it's very much a focus on the world of work. We are the most popular choice locally. We have more students studying at the South Downs campus than any other campus in the local area. I'll come back to that in just a second. We're the only college in the local area to offer all the T-levels, which you might have heard of. A really exciting new qualification for young people. Anything that I don't cover today, please do look at our website, do look at our YouTube channel and our social media channels. There's so much that you can easily read, access and watch from home. I give a particular pointer to our YouTube channel. We spent a lot of time over the last few months putting a lot of videos on there so you can hear from a lot of our staff, look around the campus. There's a couple of sort of breathless videos of me running around the campus before everyone arrives in the morning, trying to show you everything that you can expect to see when you come and study with us. So please do have a good look at the videos available there. In case you don't know, that map shows where we are. I've obviously zoomed out a bit there so you can get your bearings a little bit. Just very slightly north of the city of Portsmouth, just to the west of Havant, just to the south of Waterlooville. Really easy to get to, but one of the things I like about working on the campus is we're close to a lot of urban areas, kind of shops and stuff, but we're tucked away. You can see just from the arrow there, it's a really nice place in quite a green area of our local area. The campus is surrounded by trees. We've got a field, a golf course near us, so it's a really nice place to be. So why would you come and study with us? Well, as I said, we're the #1 choice locally. Around 2,500 students study with us every year. Why do they do that? Well, I think the reasons are quite simple. No matter what your career path, we have a offer of education and training that will take you where you need to go. It's the widest range of options locally. I really don't think you can get a better choice of education and training for you as a young person. As I mentioned earlier, our students progress to higher education, they progress to apprenticeships, employment, etc., etc. I'll show you some examples actually of what our students have gone on to do in just a moment. I've mentioned the location. The environment is a really pleasant and safe place to study in. Our teachers are absolutely excellent. As I say, you can hear some of them talking with real passion about what they do in some of the YouTube videos. And we pride ourselves on the support that we give every individual student, both to learn, but also with any health and well-being support they might need as well. Our students go on to do some incredible things, including winning medals in world skills, which I'll come to in just a second. And before the national lockdown of education and Ofsted inspections, we had an Ofsted inspection in March 2020, just before the lockdown kicked in. So if you're looking for an external view on colleges, our Ofsted inspection is the most recent. Done on this slide here is give you some quotes from that report. We did extremely positively, extremely well in that inspection. I won't read it all through for you, but you can see there it talks about students and apprentices enjoying learning, taking ownership, becoming more confident, benefiting from the work their teachers are doing, respecting each other, behaving well, and feeling safe and trusting college staff to keep them safe as well. So a real positive view of the college from Ofsted. Now, what will your day be like as a student? Well, it is going to be quite different from school. First of all, because you won't have a fully timetabled day every day of the week. College doesn't work that way. Depending on exactly which course you choose, your timetable will vary, but broadly speaking, you should anticipate a start time first thing in the morning around 9:30, and usually your finish time will be around 4:30. But as I say, that won't be the same every day. There'll be some days where perhaps your first timetabled session isn't till lunchtime or even the afternoon. There'll be other days where maybe you have a full day. And other days where perhaps you don't have any timetable sessions after lunch. So it will vary quite a lot. And one of the reasons that you won't have a fully timetabled week, 5 days a week every week, is because of the trust that colleges put in their students to be able to study at home. Or you are very welcome to stay in the college, study in the Learning Hub, which I'll come back to in a second. So that's one of the things to think about with college, is you are going to be given ownership, autonomy and responsibility for a fair proportion of your learning. The classes will be 90 minutes long in terms of the length of the lessons. That might be different from at school. You should expect to have a weekly tutorial for an hour. You'll have a personal tutor who is a really important person in terms of supporting and guiding you. How many hours a week will you be in? Well, it varies a little bit. So for example, if you studied an extended diploma, that's typically about 11.5 hours a week. A T-level is a larger qualification, so maybe about 17.5. But if that gives you some idea, if you compare that to your timetable and the number of hours you do at school, you'll see my point, that you will obviously be at college a fair amount, but you'll also be doing some of your own study as well. Don't worry about the details too much, because you get a full timetable and a full campus tour in terms of where you need to be at what times as part of your induction. We take care of all of that for you, so don't worry too much about that. Something else to bear in mind is that work experience is built into every single course that we run, and industrial placement, which is a much larger and more formal type of work experience, is part of all the T-level courses and a very important part of them as well. So what facilities have we got on the campus? Well, because we're the local centre of excellence for vocational and technical education, as you would imagine, there's a very long list on that slide. There's lots of specialist spaces for different types of learning. Again, I won't read out everything on there, but you can see everything from kitchens, music studios, art studios, dance studios, game suites, animal care facilities, science labs, the 4G pitch. We really pride ourselves on having invested in facilities for every type of training, education and career that we're supporting students to go on to. We'll give particular focus here on the specialist T-level spaces. We've successfully received quite a bit of funding from central government to create the specialist spaces that those qualifications require. So our construction students, our digital students and our early years education students are already enjoying those. They've been studying those spaces and with specialist equipment since September. And this coming September, there's a second wave of T-level starting, health and nursing, lab science, medical and healthcare science. And those facilities are being developed as we speak, actually, and they'll be ready, brand spanking new for students and staff to enjoy in this coming September. So really looking forward to seeing all of you who will be applying for those T-levels. Lots of social spaces you'd expect on a busy campus for young people, both inside and outside. A number of refectories and cafes, including a Starbucks outlet, which is very popular. I mentioned the Learning Hub. That's a digital learning hub. There are spaces there to access the computers, do your work, meet up with your friends if you want to work together on some assignments or projects that you've been set by your teachers. And because we know it's very important for young people, there are designated quiet spaces throughout the campus where if you just want to kind of put your earphones in, read a book, just have a little bit of quiet time, we can facilitate that most definitely. Again, in terms of the facilities and what it's like to walk around the campus and be in the campus, a final little plug for the YouTube channel there. Please do check it out. It's the best way, rather than me describing it, it's the best way for you to see what it's actually like to study and spend time on the campus. So how do you get to the campus then? Well, here's a little screenshot of our website. What I strongly recommend you do is go to Life at HSDC, and in the drop down menu there, choose student travel and financial support, and that will take you through to a page where you choose which campus you're looking for. If you click on Getting to South Downs, this page will come up and you can see that we've given you tons of information on getting the bus to South Downs. It's very, very easy to do. We're really well served by loads and loads of bus routes. And as you can hopefully see on that slide there, it's also terrific value as well. So right now, obviously, I don't know where you're going to be traveling from. All I can say is you'll be very well served by the local bus routes that we've arranged with the bus companies. So please do check out that web page. Just in terms of what it means, I've got this little grab here from Google Maps. On the right hand side there you can see our campus, and the pink arrow on the right there, if you can just make it out, shows there's bus stops right outside the campus gates, so right in College Road. So many of the buses stop there. The ones that don't, if you look over to the left hand pink arrow just next to the Co-op, you'll see there's another bus stop there in Crookhorn Lane, and it's like a 5-minute walk from those bus stops through to the college. So between those two very, very handy bus stops, all of you will be able to easily jump on and off buses to get to and from college.
Hi, I'm Ashley Groot. I'm one of the vocational assistant principals at HSDC, and I just wanted to give you some information today about the exciting T-levels that we'll be offering at the South Downs and Alton campuses from September 2021. So first of all, at the South Downs campus, you can see we've got a really broad offer. So we've got early years education, We've got the T-level in digital with production, design and development specialism. We've got digital support services T-level with the occupational specialism of digital infrastructure. We've got construction T-level with the specialism design, surveying and planning. We're running the health T-level with 3 occupational specialisms, so adult nursing, mental health nursing and paediatric nursing. We've got a healthcare science T-level, focusing on assisting with healthcare science, and a science T-level with the occupational specialism of laboratory technician. At the Alton campus, we're running these 3 T-levels from September 2021. So early years education, the digital, the specialism of production, design and development, and the health with the specialism of adult nursing. All of these T-levels at both campuses will be taught in brand new facilities, state-of-the-art equipment. So this will mean that you'll get a fantastic experience on these qualifications, and we hope to see you in September 2021.
Hi, welcome to HSDC Apprenticeships. I'm Chloe and I work for the business development team here. An apprenticeship is first and foremost a full-time job with a full-time salary. The job will be embedded with training where you will work towards ascertaining a nationally recognised qualification that complements your work sector. Apprenticeship standards are assessed by analysing a learner's skills, knowledge and behaviour. Your employer will designate 20% of your working hours to off-the-job training, which you can use to evidence your new learning experiences. This will either be a day release in college or some allocated learning time within your working day. An apprenticeship means that you can learn whilst taking home a salary and harnessing those valuable transferable skills without shouldering any of the cost for your training. An apprenticeship is suitable for anyone aged 16 or over, and there is no upper age limit. What level of qualification you undertake is dependent on previous experience and learning. It is likely that if you are a GCSE school leaver, you will be looking for an apprenticeship at level 2 or 3. We run apprenticeships up to level 5, so there is the ongoing progression opportunity. We offer apprenticeships in the following sectors: adult healthcare, hospitality and catering, accounting, business administration, creative content, engineering, childcare, team leading and science. If you'd like some more information on this, there is a video about apprenticeships on our HSDC YouTube channel.
Hi, my name's Daisy. I'm a member of the marketing team at HSDC, and I'm just here to talk to you about the application process and what happens after you apply. So I'm aware that some of you listening may have already made your college application and you may have even had your interview. However, there may be others listening that have not yet made their application. So I'm going to start from the very beginning and talk through each step. So first of all, what you need to do if you want to apply to study at HSDC is obviously look and do research into the course or subjects you want to apply for. As we've said earlier on in this presentation, we do recommend, if you're looking for subject information, you go to our HSDC YouTube channel to watch our subject information videos. Alternatively, go onto our website hsdc.ac.uk and look at the course information pages on the website. Once you've made your decision about what you want to apply for, again, you'll need to go onto our website, and what you'll see in the top right hand corner is the Apply Now button, and I've just done a print screen of that on the presentation here. Next, what you'll need to do is go through to make your application. So I've just done a video on the next slide showing you what it will look like. So you'll see here again that I'm on the home screen and I'm just clicking the Apply Now button. Once you click this button, what you'll need to do is find the course or subjects that you want to apply for. You can add more than one course to your basket. So filter it by the campus that you want to study at and the interest area. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to choose to apply for a hair and beauty based course on the South Downs campus. So my chosen course is Theatrical Special Effects Hair and Media Makeup. So I'm going to click on this course, and then what I'm going to do is click the Apply Now button. What you will need to do is then confirm that's the course you want to apply for and continue your application. Check you've got the correct course on there, and then you will need to register an account. So to register an account with us, you will need all of your up-to-date contact information, a current email address, and then you will need to make a password that you remember. And then once you've set your account up, just go through and follow the stages. So it will ask you for lots of different information, things such as who's your next of kin, what are your GCSE predicted grades. It's really simple and straightforward. And once you get to the end, you will then be able to submit your application. Once you complete your application online, our student recruitment team will get in contact with you to arrange your interview date and time. They will contact you via email, and you should hear from us within 7 days of making your application to confirm your interview. Although it's called an interview, it really is just an informal chat with one of our student recruitment advisors. It's a great opportunity for you to find out more about the course that you've applied for and the campus you've chosen to study at, and for us to find out more about you to make sure the course you've chosen is the most suitable option for you. At the end of your interview, you will be offered a place, and once you've accepted this, your place will be secured to start at HSDC in September. We will keep in touch with you over the next few months to let you know about exciting things going on at the college, to give you important updates, and to make sure you feel ready to start your college journey in September. In the summer months, once you've completed your GCSEs, we will provide you with something called Getting Ahead work. This is work to help you feel prepared for when you start your new course in September. So we will set different activities, we will provide you with useful information and useful links. So we might give you links to good tutorials to watch on YouTube or recommended books to read. We started this last year and we got really positive feedback from Year 11 applicants that it really helped them to feel ready to start at college in September. In the summer, you will then receive your GCSE results. This may be a little bit different to other years, but we will still be here to congratulate you and to welcome you. After your GCSE results day, we will invite you in for an enrolment interview, and this is your chance to make your final decision on what course or subjects you're going to study in September, and you will enrol and make sure everything's ready for your first week at HSDC. Before you know it, you'll be here and ready to start your HSDC journey, and we can't wait to welcome you.
Hi, my name's Darren Delamaster and I'm Head of Student Services, and it's a real pleasure to be able to talk to you now in this next section about all the support we provide our students across the HSDC campuses. So I'm going to talk through these three areas. As you can see in front of you, the pastoral support, the bespoke support available, and the academic support. It is a three-way sort of relationship between those areas. But we also really value the three-way relationship between the teachers, the tutor and the students. Okay, so really important to add that. So I suppose in terms of coming to college, the anxiety levels perhaps are going to be high for some and lower for others, and we appreciate you're all very, very different. And I can assure you that, you know, the levels of anxiety for your teachers is also quite high, as they need to get to know you fairly quickly and understand how best to support you. And that work really starts now. We're obviously going through interviews at the moment, and then we'll go into enrolment, and then we start discussions with students and parents and also schools about support and what is the best support for each of you. So in some cases we have students who would really benefit from having some transition support from school, so that might be some visits into college in the summer term to meet all your teachers, your tutors and the various departments. So bear that in mind. We also have, once you've enrolled and you join us, all the excitement starts, and you'll have a full induction to college. So you'll be with your tutor and your tutor groups. You'll learn where all the different rooms are around each of the campuses, who the important people are you need to know, where they are, and all the services that are available. Your student union will also be fairly active all year round, but particularly at the early stages, and they certainly will be a huge support to you and your voice, certainly at the college. And We also have lots of central presentations for students, so there will be some kind of core presentations that might be around topics such as keeping yourself safe, so understanding your local threats in your locality where you live. But it will also be, UCAS central presentations. For example, there'll be some Aspire HE Plus central presentations for those of you that are aspiring to go to maybe Russell Group universities or Oxford or Cambridge. And then we also have lots of external signposting for support. So we do quite a lot of work with Mind, okay, the mental health charity, another organisation called King's Arms, who are based in Petersfield. So they help young people with all sorts of emotional support. It can also be relationship support, but also mental health support. And then finally, Y Services are a support charity for our LGBTQ plus community. The next section, the next thing I'm going to talk about is the pastoral support. I'm going to talk about this more so in the next slide, but you can see these 5 bullet points here highlight the tutor, the fact that we do operate very small tutor groups. I'm going to talk to you about what ProPortal is, and our progress review cycle, and the role of health and wellbeing in the pastoral support element as well. And last but very much not least is the academic support that's available. So we do have a full academic support team on each campus who will support students with additional learning support. We also have an emotional literacy support team as well. But within your curriculum areas, your teachers really are your specialists. They are the go-to people. They will know, everything about your subjects that you will need any help and support with, and also your career ideas, and support you with that. And then your tutor also has a role to play, because normally your tutor is also one of the teachers of your academic subjects. Okay, so very much a three-way approach here. So this next slide highlights a really important person in the journey of a student while they're with us at HSDC, and that is your tutor. So all of you will be assigned a tutor when you join the college, and your tutor will be probably the first person you meet actually. So when induction takes place, it will be with your tutor along with your tutor group. Our tutorial system is structured in a way that tutor groups are very small. We think that's a really good, positive thing to promote. It gives more opportunities for one-to-one, and generally is a more supportive environment. Your tutor is normally also somebody who teaches you, so they will see you not only academically, but they will also see you from a sort of pastoral view as well. So that can also be very beneficial, because they can actually support you in terms of your academia as well as your own sort of pastoral needs. Tutorial is half an hour each week. We have a really good bespoke tutorial program that covers lots of different topics, and those topics are presented in the form of the Google Classroom. So we have Google Slides, and we cover lots of topics ranging from careers and employment options and opportunities, and upskilling you on that knowledge and experience, but also university applications, university finance, but also financial management just for life generally, giving you sound advice on keeping yourself safe, being careful about your digital footprint, and how that can have a negative impact on your future career, and then also tackling some of the equality and diversity topics that are really important and need to be discussed in a tutorial. So we also then allow time for one-to-ones with your tutor, and the one-to-ones are really important because it really allows your tutor to get to know you, and for you to get to know your tutor. They are going to be a really supportive person for you to help get you through your time with us at college. They're typically the first point of contact always, we would advise that, and also the first point of contact for parents. We have a really good platform for you to look at how you're doing whilst you're at college, and we call that Pro Portal. And it contains all the information about your program of study, your timetables on there, your progress, so your attendance is on there, your working at grades, for example, are on there, and there's also an opportunity for you to do some target setting and reflection 3 times during the year with your tutor. So lots more information will follow should you join us about a Pro Portal and how that can be used effectively. And the tutor, finally, really, you can't underestimate the support that they provide to students. They are, not only very knowledgeable in terms of careers, but also the subject, content and material, but also knowing, how to advise you in terms of progression and your progress beyond college. So in this slide, I'm just going to talk to you about the bespoke wider support available to students at HSDC. The images you can see just give you a flavour for some of the rooms and buildings that are there in support of students. So the middle photo gives you an idea of what we call our student hub. That typically is the main entrance of all of our sites, and you'll be met there by lots of smiley and supportive people. They can help you with any queries, questions you've got regarding timetable, regarding finances, anything perhaps that you're not sure about around college, or you need to report something. So that's a really good point of reference. And then the other 2 photos just give you an idea of some of the rooms available for counselling, but also just to take a bit of time out sometimes, because sometimes we just need to do that, and time to reflect and gather your thoughts before you move on to your class. So we have a welfare team on each of our sites. They are very experienced people there to support students with many different perhaps issues and problems. They're also there to sort of congratulate students and give them a pat on the back. So what we want is happy and engaged students, but we know that's not always the case. So the welfare team will be there to be a bit of a shoulder to cry on, but to sort of give you a bit of positivity and get you back into class. That's so important. And we're also able to offer some counselling support to students. It's not a infinite service. We do have lots of demand for this, given the prevalence of mental health in young people at the moment. It's on the rise, and we will do our best to provide the counselling support, but it will be perhaps for a 6-week period, and then you will be supported out of that, and if needed, referred on externally. Safeguarding team, I'm not going to say too much about that. And safeguarding teams are pretty normal in all colleges and schools, so they are there to support any serious safeguarding and wellbeing concerns, and we will signpost to the appropriate external agency where needed. So I've already spoken a bit about external referrals, but we do work with a lot of organisations, and that could be for emotional support, but it could be for sexual health and relationship support. It could be for support for transgender students. So lots of different opportunities there for us to refer students externally. And then finally, last but not least, is the learning support team, who do a fantastic job in helping students through the academic side of the college, and they work very closely with the welfare team as well. Okay, the final slide is probably one of the most important slides, I think, for a student in terms of their experience at college, and that is all of the wider opportunities available under what we call Be Extraordinary. Be Extraordinary has 5 strands: be academic, be employable, be active, be involved, and be adventurous. Now, whether you're one of those or you're 5 of those, it doesn't really matter. But what really does matter is that you really try and get involved in as many of those as you can to enhance yourself personally, but also to give you a more, I suppose, rounded experience of your time with us at HSDC. So I'm just going to run through some of these areas now. So we have a work experience week, which is part of the academic calendar for students who are taking academic subjects. So if you're doing A-levels in the summer term, we would expect all A-level students to seek out a week's work experience, which is so valuable because not only will it cement your perhaps career dreams, aspirations, but it will also give you a really good insight into the workplace. If you ever get the opportunity to do any volunteering, please don't pass it up. It's really, really beneficial, and you know, we can't underestimate the importance of that. So if you do get the offer, please speak to your tutor and they will guide you from there. Our Future You programme is a programme that focuses on employability and also self-development through online workshops, talks and experiences. You log your experiences. It only takes about 15 hours throughout the year. It's really good because it shows that you are keen to develop yourself and work towards your future you, and it really gives you something to talk about if you ever go for an interview. The SUN programme, or Southern Universities programme, is a programme that is really targeting particular students who perhaps wouldn't normally have the opportunities to access particular trips, visits, talks, presentations, and we have a SUN representative on each campus who will be working and encouraging students from particular groups to access those particular programs. That doesn't mean that others are precluded from accessing them. It's just we really target particular students from particular backgrounds on that program. We have our HE Plus and Aspire program, which is a bespoke program aimed at our high achieving students looking to go to Russell Group universities or Oxford or Cambridge. You get support for the application process, the interview process and any entrance exams that come with particular courses. We also have a really good relationship with an organisation called Unlock. They provide a really good business enterprise program, particularly designed for anybody with any sort of entrepreneurial ideas and aspirations. The extended project qualification is a very well respected and also popular option. It carries UCAS points. It really gives students an opportunity to get really deep into their investigation of a particular subject, and you present a particular project at the end of it. The next ones really are quite active. We have all of our college teams that compete in the local Hampshire leagues, all the mainstream sports, so football, rugby, netball, for example, basketball. And if you're not into your competitive sports, then there's also recreational sports available. So, for example, that could be lunchtime badminton or basketball or table tennis. And then we also have fitness gyms at our South Downs and Alton campuses. We have a really popular combined cadet force that exists down at the South Downs and Havant campuses, but that doesn't exclude anyone from Alton. But the CCF is based down towards the Havant and South Downs area. We also operate the D of E Award, which we're obviously very proud to be able to offer. This year, our students walked the entire length of the South Downs Way, so that is from Winchester to Eastbourne. It's 100 miles, so a really massive challenge. And in sort of pre-COVID days, we went to the Peak District and also the Brecon Beacons, and hopefully we'll be heading that way again soon. We also encourage departments and students to engage in national competitions and awards. So we engage in the Biology Olympiad, for example, and also the Senior Maths Challenge. We offer some really exciting trips and visits. So, post-COVID, hopefully we'll be able to resume really nice trips to New York and Iceland, for example, and Europe as part of the student experience and as part of the courses that students study. We're always encouraging external speakers to come in and students to engage with external speakers. and that can be subject related, or that could be completely just something relating to work, for example. So we've had people come in from the health and well-being industry talking about their care and what they provide, for example, in social care. We've had people come from the retail industry talking about their experiences as well. So that can all be built into this Be Extraordinary option. We have enrichment groups that operate each week. So, for example, if you're into Warhammer, that's an enrichment group, for example. We also have groups that are perhaps subject specific, or have a particular theme. So we have our Christian Union, for example, but then you might also have a group that are your geology group, or it could be your environmental group, for example. And then finally, we mustn't underestimate the importance and the need for a student union. So that can also be built into your enrichment experience. So I hope that's given you a really good overview of not only the support that's available and how that's provided, but also how you can be extraordinary whilst you're with us at HSDC, and all of the opportunities that you can immerse yourself in. Thank you for listening to me, and look forward to welcoming you to the college in the very near future. And stay safe, and good luck for the rest of your time at school.
One of the things we really pride ourselves on is helping our students to achieve their dreams. Some students arrive at college really clear about what they want to go on and do. Others are less sure, but we help them discover their ambitions and support them to go on. Many stay and do further study with us. We have a very large range of higher education courses. Others decide to go on to do higher education at university, but we also support students to go on and do further study and work via the apprenticeship route, or to go straight into some amazing employment opportunities. Now, again, you may be watching me talk and listening today thinking, yes, I'm really clear about what I want to do. That's absolutely great, and we'll support you on that journey. But don't worry if you're thinking, oh, I'm a bit unsure actually. Just choose something that feels right for you, that you're interested in, passionate in, really want to dedicate yourself to, and we will explore with you where that can take you. But it's your passion, it's your interest, it's your energy that will lead you to succeed, and we will open for you the career opportunities that passion can take you to. So I said I'll give you some examples of what our amazing students have gone on to do. So just a quick run through. I mean, there are obviously thousands and thousands of them. So on this slide here, you can see John. John studied engineering with us. He went on to do an apprenticeship route, worked for Siemens Engineering. He then went on to work for Hitachi Rail, became a supervisor, and he had an amazing career in the engineering industry. And while he did that, he actually studied and achieved a first-class honours degree in engineering at that time. He did some of his higher education qualifications with us, and then finished it up with a first in engineering at degree level. So absolutely fantastic. Matt, you can see there, was one of our sports students. He was in our football academy program, which, if you don't know much about it, I really urge you to read about it on the website. It's quite unique. If you join our football academy, if you're good enough to get selected, you'll be playing at a higher level in local football than most other colleges' football academies. Matt went on and did a degree in football studies at Solent University, and he actually ended up working for Wolverhampton Wanderers Premier League football team as a video scout. And I'm particularly jealous because he's also working for EA Sports, one of the world's biggest computer games company, advising them as well. So absolutely fantastic and exciting career for Matt. Down at the bottom there you can see Laura. Laura was one of our music students. She now teaches actually at a specialist music college near Southampton, specialising in vocal performance, but also production and aspects of the music industry. It's always great to see somebody who's gone on to have an amazing career, but who also giving back to the next generation as well. So brilliant for Laura. On this slide, you can see a couple of pictures of our World Skills winners. If you don't know, World Skills is a national and then international competition, incredibly high standard that you have to achieve to be successful in it, and it covers all sorts of careers and skills and occupations. So down at the bottom there you see Bella, one of our ex-catering students. She's there with a couple of our amazing teachers. Bella won gold in confectionery. That means she was literally the best in the UK that year. Absolutely amazing achievement for Bella. And up the top there, top left, you can see in amongst that group Jake and Luke, who also won medals at World Skills last year. We've got a really, really excellent personal trainer program that if you're interested in sport and personal training, I really urge you to read more about. And they were successful at World Skills as well. On the right there, again, with a couple of his fantastic teachers, you can see Ross. Ross studied our dance and choreography course, and I don't know if you remember the BBC television programme The Greatest Dancer, but he got through to the final 10 due to his amazing talents and dedication to dance. So absolutely fantastic achievement for Ross. On this slide here on the left, you can see Josh. Josh was one of our business students. Josh had an ambition to set up his own business, and we managed to support him to do that. He set up a business. You can see his very happy, smiling employees and brand there. It's a promotion and events company, so absolutely brilliant. They do music and other types of events. On the left, another one of our Football Academy students, Tommy. Tommy has a successful career as a professional footballer, got signed for Hibernian FC, and he now plays for Woking FC, incredibly talented young footballer. Down the bottom there, quite a large group of people. This was an event where 5 of our ex-catering students came back to work with our current students to do some incredible cooking. All of those 5 students work at one of Angela Hartnett's restaurants. Angela Hartnett, a lot of you may have heard of, is one of the UK's best chefs, and we're very fortunate in that she sponsors and supports the Angela Hartnett Academy exclusively at the South Downs campus. So it's brilliant for those guys to come back and work with our current students. On the left on this slide is Dan. Dan, one of our ex-sports and exercise students. He went on to do a master's in sports science at the University of Chichester, and now, as you can see in the picture, he's got an incredible job as sports therapist at Ospreys rugby team in Wales. So he's having an absolutely brilliant time. Also talking about working for kind of brand name companies. Caitlin on the right there, she was one of our travel and tourism students. She did her travel and tourism course and then did cabin crew, and has walked into an absolutely amazing job. You can see there her real dream job with a huge airline and travel company. At the bottom there, someone you might have heard of, Marley Blandford. Studied music with us. He's played at Victorious, the Isle of Wight Festival, and on the website actually Marley talks about his time at college and what he learned, not just as a performer but also in terms of producing music as well. He's gone on to absolutely fantastic things. We're very proud. And on this final slide, you can see on the left there Kevin. Kevin was one of our acting students, brilliant student. He started at level 2, did the level 3 with us as well. He's gone on to work professionally as an actor. You can see him there holding the programme for a production he was in at the Chichester Festival Theatre. He's also appeared in the West End, so absolutely a fantastic progression for him. And then finally on the right there, but absolutely last but not least, is Ben. Ben was with us a number of years ago studying music. You may or may not recognise Ben's name, but you'll certainly recognise what he's gone on to do, because he's one of the founders of the Victorious Festival in Portsmouth, which I'm sure practically everyone has heard of. Absolutely monumental event production has brought some of the biggest music artists in the world to the city of Portsmouth and given a huge amount back to the community. You can see him there at college. He's the one holding the microphone. He's actually being interviewed there for students by one of our journalism students. So absolutely brilliant for Ben to come back in and share his experiences with us. So a quick run through some of what our ex-students have gone on to do. I'm always blown away, hugely impressed by the amazing experiences and careers, and we've played a role in that. It really why I get up in the morning to contribute to these fantastic careers and opportunities that students have gone on to succeed in. I will end it there by saying I hope that's quite a bit of a whistle-stop tour around kind of what the campus looks and feels like, what you can expect to see. But as I say, look on the website, look on the YouTube channel, because I think seeing it and hearing other people talk about it will be a really important part of learning what the campus is like. But please be reassured that through T-levels and all the other courses that we offer, if you've got a passion, if you've got a career, if you kind of got an idea of where you want to head, you can absolutely trust us to work with you, grow your confidence, grow your skills and knowledge, and really help you fulfill your dreams. I hope that's been useful. I'll see you later for the Q&A. Have a good evening and hopefully see you all in September. Thanks very much.